such a good night to dance. It is such a good night to Scooby-Doo, 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 la. It is such a good night to kiss. It is such a good night to dance. It is such a good night to Scooby-Doo, 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 la.
Good morning, St. John's. Coming to you live from the TV4 studio, I'm Joe Bishop alongside Shaw, and this is a regular schedule, and these are your Friday the 13th morning announcements.
Representatives from Washington University of St. Louis and The Ohio State University will be on campus next Tuesday to speak with interested students. Contact the College Career Counseling Center for more information.
The SJJ Marching Band will travel to Springfield High School tomorrow for its first competition of the season. The band will compete against 5 other ensembles and is scheduled to perform at 5:30 p.m. Everyone is invited to attend and go and support your fellow Titans.
A representative from the office of Congressman Bob Latta will host a Military Academy Information Night in the McQuaid Theater next Tuesday, September 17th from 7 to 9 p.m. Everyone is welcome to attend.
Let's go to SJJ Game Day and look at tonight's game versus Olentangy Berlin.
Oh, hey St. John's, I didn't see you there. I mean, while I have your attention, not sure if you guys know this, but today's kind of game day. This is SJJ Game Day Nation brought to you by Steve Taylor Automotive. I'm Blaze the Leg Witten, alongside me are Yusuf, YG Gardner, and Jaron Haha Michael. Following last week's loss to Anthony Wayne, the Titans have been getting after in practice in preparation for Olentangy Berlin and taking it to them. All right, YG, how's your game day going so far?
Pretty good, Blaze. I'm excited for some Titan football.
That's great. So glad to hear. So, Yusuf, I'm sure you know last week was not like our usual Titan selves. We did not perform as the best of our ability, but although we did see some players have some standout performances. Like someone who comes to mind with that would be QB1. Yusuf, would you like to give some stats on QB1, our wideouts from last week?
Yeah, Blaze. Well, ball movement at crucial times is the primary factor that gave Anthony Wayne the game. You can see that as Brady passed 300 yards without the touchdowns to match. I mean, wide receiver Jaden McKinstry failed to receive both the passes that were thrown to him, and he personally feels that a higher level of physicality, as well as the team getting in the zone quicker, will guarantee a Titan victory.
Yeah, we're hoping for Titan win tonight. So, Jaron, my guy, how's your game day going so far as well?
Started the morning with 45 boxes of animal crackers, and now I'm down to 4.
I hope those animal crackers were bears. Polar bears. All right, Jaron. So we talked a couple weeks ago about our offensive line. You said they were, quote, meatloaf. We now have 2 games under our belt, and our offense seems to be getting stronger and more impenetrable. What do you think? How well do you think the Titan offense will do against Olentangy and the pass rushers?
I feel like really we just need to focus on our strengths, and we need to target the heart of their defensive end. Because I mean, if you just look at our O-line, we've got some real star players, some real big fellas. I mean, just take Brad Geis for example. He's a real big dude, larger than life. This man is bigger than an apartment complex, a skyscraper, a mountain. This dude's bigger than a Donald Glover song. You feel me? So I feel like we really need to focus in on our strengths and target their weaknesses at the same time. We can run a ball, we know that for sure. So really, if we just zero in on that factor, I feel like we can really secure this win.
That's great here. Now let's go with QB1, Coach's Corner with Coach Mack.
Welcome to Coach's Corner. This is Brady Lichtenberg, Steve Taylor Automotive, and I'm here with Coach McDaniel. So, Coach, you've been in this coaching business for a while now, and I'm sure you've been on both ends of what happened last week. What's the biggest thing you learned about your team from last week's game?
That we have to be resilient. Like I told the guys after the game, one game doesn't define your season. Sometimes bad things in life are going to happen, and we just it was a snowball effect, and that happens in games sometimes. Sometimes, stuff goes right for the opponent and just doesn't go right for you. So you have to deal with those things. But like I said, it cannot define you. We've got another game this week, and we have to be ready to play.
So this week you play a good one-on-one Olentangy Berlin team out of Columbus, a new team, new school, in second year. What kind of offense and defense can we expect from them?
Well, they're going to be, offensively, they'll be similar to what Anthony Wayne did. They're going to get in a 20 personnel, play with a fullback. do some counter, do some lead zone type things. So and obviously they'll watch that tape and they'll say, okay, what hurt those guys against what they did? So I'm sure we'll see a lot of copycat. They will run the quarterback a little bit, probably a little more than what they've shown. So I expect a very similar game plan from them as we had last week. And then defensively, they're a 3-3 stack team. They play with primarily cover 3, not a ton of blitzes, a lot of movement up front. So, it's going to be critical that our offensive line understands that movement and we're able to pick those kind of things up. But they're a very sound football team. It's an affluent community. It's a growing community. Those kids have played a lot of football when they were younger, so they're going to be hungry.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us today, Coach. This is Brady Lichtenberg reporting for SJ Game Day Nation, and I want to see you at the game.
Hello, SJJ. Coming to you live from the Taylor Automotive Studio. I'm Ian. Can't wait till game day, Stawinski. And I'm alongside Bubby and Brad, and we're going to be talking about the tough Titans defense. Brad, coming off a tough loss, we gave up a few big plays. Anything you can tell us about that? All right, great talk. Bubby, anything you might want to tell us about the big plays we made set up last week?
Well, we gave up a few big plays that really cost the game for us because we couldn't come back from them just on missed assignments, and we're getting ready to fix that for tonight's game.
Yeah, thanks, Bubby. It sure is. We're going to have a healthy season coming in for hopefully the rest of the year. Bubby, you're a member of the defensive line. What can you tell us about this week at practice, and what can we expect coming up from the Titans this week and upcoming through the rest of the season?
Well, last week Anthony Wayne's offensive line brought a physicality that we didn't match. They came out and punched us in the face, and we never came back from it. But tonight's going to be different. This week in practice, we've been working on being physical, and I believe we're going to be ready to play tonight.
Yeah. You're done.
I got some more.
Okay.
And keep an eye out for Max McCready because he's getting his first start tonight, and I think he'll be excited and ready to play. And on the secondary side of the ball, the lack of experience showed last week. Missing Gary Batch, was tough, but I think they're going to be ready to come out and play. Missed assignments, worked on that in practice, and we'll be ready tonight.
Yeah, it sounds good, Bubby. We have a really big game tonight at 7. We need everyone out there supporting our Titans. Coming to you live from the Taylor Automotive Studio, I'm Ian, Bubby, and Brad, and this is the Game Day crew signing off, and we need to see you at the game tonight.
Great job, guys.